I good? Am I live?
We're live.
Awesome, we're live. Okay, so I'll try it again. So welcome to the first VRML actual match for today. It's a show match. It's not going to be the regular thing we've got coming up soon. We've got Team Boop versus Team Viatrack. This is the EU show match, and today we have got two awesome teams, a mixture of some very well-known names and a couple of names that are a little less known, and I'm going to introduce them as following. But also, just to let you know, with me today I've got the one from Palidore.
Introduce us, man.
And then, of course, the fantastic Wit doing all the techie stuff, including the camera. So say hello.
Well, Wit can't say hello, but I'll say hello for him. And of course, for those who don't know you are
Tutorial Bot.
Tutorial Bot. Of course,
I am Tutorial Bot. Okay, so for Team Boop, we have got Simon, Lewis, or Lewis Anamu, Ducky156. Now, on the other team, we've got Nillywick, Dage, Sendo Target, and Viatrax. This is a very interesting mix-up today. On Boop's team, we've got Ducky. He has played a lot of Echo Arena over time. He's definitely showed a lot of skill and ability. He focused more on combat in the last season, but he's recently been playing again, and he's really been picking it up again. Now, Lewis and Simon, I almost feel like I have to introduce these guys together because they play on the new Team Gravity, my old team.
Yeah,
and they work together very well. They are a unit. They simply are. But how well they're going to work together today with a different dynamic, we still don't know. And going over onto our other team, which is Viatrax's team, he's not got his Lewis today, and he's not got his Simon. Instead, he's got the very talented Nillywick. This guy has been a sniper rifle in EU for a very long time now. Sendo Target, probably one of the most well-known, long-standing playing people we've seen. He's all-round just a very strong player.
He's a smashing player.
A smashing player, that's right. And he's also quite fast. He likes to dash. So, you know, it's a bit early for puns, but we're going to do it anyway. So
never
yeah,
too
obviously, it's we've got Ascendo, and he's like I said, he's a solid all-rounder. Dage has played on a couple of teams right now. He's actually in a kind of test team. I think he's just linked up with Ali, who's played a lot before, and also Lowrider, and I think they're testing out one as well. Hello, Dalla. And he's actually, I've been playing with him a lot recently in some pubs. I've been substituting for teams. He has gotten really strong. He's come out of the defensive position that he used to play in, and he's up front. And we're all talking about wow, Dage, you know, he's really showing some mettle right now. So it'll be interesting to see. This is, of course, our new format. This is 4v4. This is very exciting. We've got 3 rounds, 10 minutes, running timer. All 3 will be played, and there's a 12-second timer in the tunnels, which is, I think traditionally we did 15. Is that right?
Yeah, so we're doing the 12-second catapult timer, 3-second respawn time off a goal, just to cut everything down, the timings, and just make it really action-packed and as quick as possible. And I find it to be really fun. It's really satisfying. It's goal after goal. It's breakneck pace. And when you add the 4th player there with 4v4 like we have this season, this preseason, it just adds such a new, fast dynamic to the game.
It absolutely does. Of course, we have to bear in mind that these teams are not teams. They've not really had a chance to play together. They haven't really had a chance to establish stuff. So, you know, we're not going to find these 2 teams that have perfect synergy and have all this stuff. It's very much going to be a random mixed scrim today, rather than a full representation of 2 teams that have really been trying things out. But at the end of the day, this is just, you know, a fun show match. There's nothing on the line, and it is just to sort of test the waters, really, and I'm quite interested. Now, just to make it clear for those who aren't fully aware of it, although there are 3 rounds, it's technically best of 3 in that regard, but the 3rd round is going to be played. Now, although it's not going to make a difference to today because MMR is not being factored in, we're doing this just so we can get used to the format. So there will be 3 rounds played, regardless of the score itself, but ultimately the winning team will be decided in a kind of best of 3 fashion. That's correct, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's all just for the MMR. Games will be played, and the score differentials are what matters at the end of it. So if a team does happen to heavily outscore one team for 3 straight rounds, it'll be a little bit of a bigger MMR gain. It's not going to be significant overall, but just enough to differentiate the rankings a little bit.
Yeah, that's
And it's all a test format, an experimental format. We'll see how it goes and how the players feel about it throughout the preseason. That's what this preseason is for, after all. Is just get into the flow of things, get it started, get the excitement going, get these teams going, and have them playing for something. And even though, like you mentioned today, it is a show match of random-ish teams. These were captains picking for them, a Team Boop and Team Viatrex picking their players, but it is. They are teams consisting of very much top players, as you mentioned, and very experienced players on teams of their own.
Yeah, that's right. What we've done, especially with these teams, and what they've done is we've tried to go for a mixture of top and mid-tier players, so that basically we can have a show match that isn't just trying to stack both sides with the top of all of EU. But what we've got is basically some new talent and some old talent. That's the way I sort of look at these teams right now. Like I said, in terms of prestigity and reputation, some of these people on these teams, they haven't made a name for themselves yet. But they are all people who have shown just tremendous things. And I think you're going to see a lot of very exciting plays today, just with the individuals themselves. Like I know, for example, Simon and Lewis, they're very good boosters together. I'm sure they'll try and take advantage of that today. Nillywick's shooting is obviously on par. Boop, you can give him a Rift S, you can give him a Rift, you can give him
Google Cardboard.
It really doesn't matter what you give him Google Cardboard. This guy is going to be a good shot.
Frustrating. He'll give you so many good shots. He has shots named after him for a reason, after all. So
it's true, and while some people really struggle to chew with the Rift S, Boop's just kind of said, I can do it. So it is that way. Vitrax has always been incredibly good at leading a team and kind of captaining and controlling the flow. He's very smart like that, and I think Sendo is also another one of those people. Who's going to take charge on the team on side of Boop? Boop's more like an elitist soldier than a captain, but I am sure in this sense, he with the experience he's got, he's likely to take the lead on that. Cool. So we're about to have a little intro video, and then after that, I believe we're going straight into it. Okie doke. Should we get it going?
I think we should, Tutorial. I'm excited for this one. I think you are too. We all are here. VR Master League getting ready for this show match for the preseason starting tomorrow. You can still sign up.
Awesome.
Not too late.
All right. They are aware, and they are about to go. So I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no predictions in terms of this, in terms of how this would go. I really don't, because at the end of the day, this is essentially a well choreographed mixed scrim. But I'm interested to see.
Yeah, it will be interesting. And well, you don't have any predictions. I can't say I do either. You would know better than me. You mentioned you've been subbing for these teams a bit, getting experience with a lot of these players in recent weeks.
That's right. I mean, as individuals, that's what makes it so difficult. I think maybe Lewis and Simon's duality might give them a bit of an edge in this. It really might, but we'll find out.
That we will. So, as this countdown is about to get underway here, well, ladies and gentlemen, buckle your seatbelts. It is VR Master League show match. Team Boop on orange, Team Viatrex on blue, and it will be Team Boop taking that first possession off the joust. It's going to be a bit of a cramped situation in the tunnel right now. Simon with a disc, finding an opposite pass over onto Lewis. Boop. Also back passing. Ducky's going to bring it in down low. So slow working up the floor for now on Team Boop's side.
There's a bit of a build-up going up right now. Simon's going for the back pass down to Boop. Boop's almost ready for it. He should be able to get a hold of that first, but it's going to be slapped away by Nillywick. And now if they're going to get stacked together, they might be able to get a chance for a free goal. But it will be those boosting pairs, Lewis and Simon, that get there first.
And the clear goes down that right tunnel, no problem. And into the blue zone, scoring zone. Now some players from Team Boop clustering in there, trying to cause a turnover. They just might yet. Some boosts coming on through, some punches as well. And into the other side of the floor now off of that clear, and another battle for the boost. It looks like it'll be Viatrex there first. Orange goal. Perhaps exposed with the pass a little off. So instead, it goes back into the hands of Boop now. And Boop is just going to be patient with that one, try and look for a pass into that tunnel, and gets rid of it quickly. Lewis is able to right down the line, and now a shot coming out from Simon for the first 3 points of the game, going to Team Boop.
First 3 points indeed. Nice little kind of setup there. I've already seen the power of the boosting between Simon and Lewis when they managed to get back for that disc. But that's a good play all around.
And now, more than ever, just the coordination required on those boosts, the timings. It's so fast once again. So every regrab counts. And certainly just so much speed from these teams, and Europe has always been so good with the boost. And now a shot coming out. They've been good at those as well, but it's going to be saved by Nilly getting there in time, getting a clear out, and now taken back, though, by Lewis for Team Boop. So Lewis is going to pass it over to Simon. Simon trying to evade the defense, unsuccessfully, though, because Nillywick getting the grab, the clear, and off it goes into Boop's side of the floor. Now a boost coming out as well, potentially, oh, save from Lewis now, and a clear again. So we've seen a few of those now from Nillywick on one side, from Lewis on the other. And now in the bottom of the ramp, it will be Simon taking the disc, trying to evade with a little bit of crabbing going on, and Boop is going to pass it over to Ducky. Ducky working it into that 2-point zone, taking a pass, risky one. It gets slapped out there by Nillywick again, so some good hands being shown by Nilly.
Simon now going with the build-up with his partner Lewis. He's going to go for the other pass again, and that partnership paid off as they go for a 2-pointer, putting Boop's team up by another 2. Then they are now 5 over the Team Viatrex.
That's right. Simon and Lewis showing their pal Via the business right now. Early on, though, very early on. 7 minutes still running clock, of course. So Nillywick's going to look for the clear. Doesn't reach his teammate, just bounces past him, so it'll be retained instead by Team Boop. Simon with that disc. Now backing it out to Simon again. Just on the edge of that bubble, but oh no, the risk did not pay off on that back pass because Viatrex will capitalize for their first 2 points.
We call that the angel, and that is why. If you notice that basically what you do is when there's someone, you stick your hands out and you essentially try and save the disc, and Viatrex just did a perfect angel to get that disc back.
Yeah, and sometimes a risk pays, sometimes it pays for the other team. And in that case, well, we saw the results. And now, oh, another turnover, though. Nillywick is going to take a quick shot before being stunned by Boop. It's going to go into that 2-point zone. And getting there first and slapping a clear into the wall. But Boop is going to be there once again. And now a really quick stack coming out for Team Boop. Overshooting it, however. So taking back the disc now, it's Lewis. He's going to find a back pass to Boop, cutting up the floor. Down it goes. And then up, but a save from Nilly. And Nilly's going to try and get the clear out.
Fight is not over yet. Simon has got himself a 1v1. He takes it slow, and it goes in slow, but it is going to count nonetheless. Meaning they're now up 5 points, and the score is 7-2.
That it is, and you saw Nillywick again. So for the 3rd time in this match, he's had some good hands. He's able to get his hand around that disc and clear it out, but that time it was not a clean clear, so it resulted instead in the 2-point shot for Team Boop. And now on the other side of the floor, though, oh, exposed goal, but cannot convert on the shot.
He doesn't miss many of those, but he did miss that one. But right now, they're still under attack. Viatrex is in possession. They look like they're going to have another chance at this if they can find the setup. Viatrex looks like he's trying to find Dage. He wasn't able to quite find him, but Dage wins his fight, meaning that he's now free for the attack, and he manages to find his free pass to Nillywick. Nillywick gets another go at goal, and this time he will hit it, even with someone in there. And now it's 7-4.
It was nicely done from Nilly there. He had his teammate Sendo up, I believe, on the backboard looking for a pass, but Nilly recognized that the pass was cut off. He was stunned out, so instead he opted for the shot, and hey, he got it.
That's right. Nilly's going to be kicking himself about that missed shot as well. He doesn't miss many of those, but he'll probably make up for it because that is generally what he does. Great passing right now from Team Boop as they're kind of building around. It is Simon with an open shot. If he makes it, oh, such a close one as well. They had everyone out of defense. That would have been a damaging 3 considering the score. A little safe pass back to Boop as they get to start again. And he's going to find Simon, who's likely going to go down for his partner. And the build continues. Ducky will have himself a 1v1, and he'll get it, putting them up another 2 points.
Yes, Ducky the Quack attack. 9-4 advantage now. Gotta love it. 7 points from Simon so far in Team Boop, and Ducky 2. Coming later in this one. This is 4 minutes left to go in the first round. Again, all 3 rounds do get played, but of course, whoever wins the 2 will be the victor ultimately. And now turnover into the hands of Boop. Boop is going to look for the clear, or knowing him, possibly a shot for that matter. But nonetheless, it's recovered by Nilly. Back to the hands of Lewis, though. He's going to take a slow one down. That's once again taken back. So a bit of a quick possession changes from both teams. Not able to get a shot coming off. Too low, hitting off that barrier. Still recovers his own shot, though, and Viatrex is going to try and pass it out to a teammate. Not finding one quite yet. Boop looking center for the clear. Now Boost coming out. Exposed goal.
It could be something, but that's going to be a save from Viatrex as it's now cleared back into the half. But that stacking pair are there to collect the disc. And look how they chase it right now. We've seen this before from Jokers, actually. And these two, they play very similar to a pair on that. Ducky's going to go for a pass now down to Simon, who's looking for his guy. And this is another dangerous attack. And not quite. The disc is still free right now, but it's going to probably get out of here. No, it's still in the area, and I'm imagining this pair is going to want to do something about that. They're going to go for a safe pass down to Boop, who found Ducky again on the same spot, and will he finish it again? No, it's going to be intercepted, saved, but it will not be cleared as Boop gets it with a smart little pass back to Simon, and now they are just biding their time, looking for the gap. Lewis is going to go for it, and he's going to get it.
Finally paying off on those recoveries. The stacks, as you mentioned, from Lewis and Simon, doing some work. I mean, good defense by Team Viatrex, but just unable to get the clears, and then the stacks coming back at them to just make up for all the lost possessions to regain it and finally score. So, as you said, 11, almost said 11.5 just because, but 11-4 lead for Team Boop, and potentially going to grow it here off of pass to Simon. Simon going softly down low.
The attack positions right now from Team Boop are what's killing the other team. I mean, you had Simon behind the goal and you had Ducky top mid. And if you don't mark those people, they are going to finish those goals. They are very hard places to get to.
And seeing if they can get some more points on this board right now is Team Viatrex. We got 1:48 left in this first round. The stack coming in quickly, though. Again on the attack, it's Simon and Lewis doing some damage with all that speed. Dage trying to come in, overshooting, though. Viatrex still able to recover. Back pass to Dage, but own goal instead.
Okay, just so we know, Viatrex's blind back passes has been a kind of ongoing joke in Europe for a long time. So the fact that he did that is not particularly weird. Let's just say that.
It's all right. You know, it's practically tradition to see these own goals happen. I would know. I had Simeon on my team once upon a time. Now Sendo with a disc for Team Viatrex, looking up top to bury it, but instead stolen actually. Interception by Nillywick. Nillywick's going to back it out to Dage. Dage on the bottom of the ramp, going to be contested there. Finds a pass to Via, but Via will be stunned, overtaken there, cleared, not cleanly, into that corner pocket. So now Nilly is going to take the disc. Right back. Going in is Sendo, sending it in. Nicely 2 points.
Great little pass down to Sendo there. And, you know, when you pass it, not exactly where someone is, but in front of them, and they're able to push off, it actually makes it harder for the defense to get on them. And that's exactly what happened then. The shift forward, Sendo got it, slammed it away.
And as this match winds down, or this round winds down to a close, and the disc gets skipped and sent into the goal for 3 somehow.
I believe someone left the disc behind it. This happens a lot when new people play together. There's a confusion about who's going through, who's QBing, and sometimes the disc gets left behind.
Oh yeah, we had a mixed scrim just the other night, and this happened to the team I was on. So indeed, it will happen. Nonetheless, 16-9 in favor of Team Boop for this first round as the clock winds down. Perhaps one more shot, and it will be actually from Sendo target. Right on target.
So the first round will be 16-12 to Team Boop taking the win. And it looks like on his team it was Simon that did most of the damage with 9 points. He also got a save, he got an assist, and all round did good. And Ducky and Lewis are also bringing some points. Boop setting up most of the plays. You know, he's usually the shot finisher, but in this case, he was making everything work. Niliwick managed to get 2 points for his team and 4 saves as well. I mean, that's incredible. And again, we saw Dage doing a lot of the playmaking. Sendo and Via working very well together as a pair there, and getting that done together as well. So it looks like they are pretty much ready to go again. I'm not sure if they're waiting for us.
Yeah, there's an intermission should be set, so after a minute-ish, we'll get going. Here we go.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I was really impressed by the speed from Simon and Lewis for sure. And then on Team Viatrex's side, like you mentioned, nearly the 4 saves, and some of those, even just the grabs, his hands were really on point. Getting his hands all over that disc on defense. But now, getting his hands on it, it will be Viatrex. Viatrex gonna send it down. Taken back by Lewis for Team Boop. And into that tunnel it goes. So Boop taking the disc, juking around, looking for a clear, but taken by Dage now. So again, the exchange of possessions between these two teams as we get into this second round. Just seeing what they can do. Now taken back. Again, another clear, so another boost. If I was a betting man, I would say Simon or Lewis will get there first. Looks like it's Boop and Simon actually taking a soft shot over, maybe looking for Simon to grab it, but either way, does not get through, so instead Viatrex will slap it into the other side of the floor. And then a fast boost. Oh, the overshoot though, that's gonna hurt Team Viatrex for sure. Could have been an open goal, but they might get some more chances yet.
So interesting, but Niliwick has always been a very good goalkeeper, and he's certainly showing his skills today. I mean, he's 4 saves last game, he slapped that one away, and right now it's going to be Niliwick that's going to have to do something with it. It's a nice safe back pass to Dage, who's going to sling that forward, but it will be Simon that gets the interception, and now it's in a dangerous place for Blue, and they need to be the first one to it. They are, but it's going to be grabbed and put away anyway. No chance to clear it, no chance to breathe. Simon came zooming in and put it away for 2.
And that's been a common theme so far. Just those boosts, that speed, and the good hands. And like you mentioned, Simon in the first round doing a lot of the damage with the 9 points. And now it's his score totals up to 11 for Team Boop. Working out well right now. But still early into this second round. So the 2-point advantage. Lewis with a disc as the defense retreats for Team Viatrex. That's Dage in the goal. And Dage about to receive this back pass. Gets it right back up to Viatrex, but Viatrex will be stunned. Simon and Lewis there to contest. Across it goes to Lewis. Lewis's punch, so good defense there as well, and Sendo's gonna clear that through into the other side of the floor. Just missing the hands of Niliwick initially, but now he's got the opportunity. Finds the back pass. Nice hands again! The grab, so the good prediction on those passing plays, just putting their hands in the right places as the boost comes through, and the goal gets saved by Viatrex. Nicely done. The veteran since 2017. Been doing this for a long time now, working his way in, but getting punched for his efforts. It's going to be Simon, and now a clear.
Some very fancy stuff from Simon there. He got a little bit too fancy and got punished for it in the end. Disc is kind of bouncing around at the moment. No one's got a clear possession. Dage is going to try and change that with a back pass. Very quick back pass, and hopefully a clear for the blue team as they're hoping for. Goal looks like it could be open. This could be a shot. I believe it hit his head. That might have been the thing from my angle that was the difference between a 3-pointer and not. Very unfortunate for them if that is the case, but it will be Team Boop that is now in possession again. And if Viatrex's team are going to need to get back quick to make sure nothing happens, and it doesn't, and they do.
So that was a very interesting sequence. Yeah, I think it just flew right through the disc and saved it. Kind of inadvertently. Either way, though, it certainly worked out to save a potential shot opportunity there. Now, for Team Boop, it's going to be Simon backing it out to Lewis, and Lewis right back to his man Simon. The connection, but now the reception by Niliwick. Clears that one through as well. Looking for the stack now is Simon and Lewis. Oh, but they bounce off, take a bad bounce, but also overshooting the disc is Team Viatrex once and twice. But the third time they get it, just briefly enough, but taken right back by Simon. Simon's going to line up a potential shot. Will not get there, gets his own rebound. He's going to look for the cross pass to Boop. Boop looking across to Lewis. Lewis going down low and Dage saying, no way. That is mine. Clears it through, looks for the boost. Fast down the floor these teams go. Recovering first will be Lewis. Lewis is going to clear that one out and then wipe some sweat off his brow as these teams go back into the midfield.
It's been a really impressive defensive play from individuals at this point. It's quite incredible. But right now, it is going to be Team Viatrax that's hopefully for the build-up. Sunday not quite able to get his hands on it. Simon will, and he'll go back for a back pass that doesn't work out. I believe that came off the pillar. Everyone is very close to themselves right now. Nillywick has got himself on his own. He's found Sendo, but not quite. And Boop is going to be the one to get rid of that, and it is a perfect clear. So now we're going to have a stack battle to see who can get there first. I'm sure that it's going to have to be someone that Viatrax doesn't want, because he is the first one there. And now the disc is back in the hands of Team Boop. And it's once again dangerous for them. It's a shot and a save by Dage, but it's not quite clear.
He read that one well, Dage did. And now a shot, oh, just barely missing. And Ducky's shooting, but Nilly, another save. Doing that all day long so far. Our supposed night for you guys, and now Boost coming on through, shot going in, and Viatrax is able to tie it up after 3.5 minutes of no scoring, plenty of defense, plenty of boost. We have ourselves a tie game in the last half of this round.
A lot of tense play there, a lot of shots, a lot of great defensive play, a couple of mistakes, people missing discs and boosting the discs. Real interesting stuff.
Yeah, it's a mix of chaos and calculation. I mean, some of the reads on these passes and shots have been excellent defensively. Certainly lots of changes of possession, some forced, some unforced, but either way, these teams just trying to figure it out and find some points. And we got 4.5 minutes left, and bringing it up the floor, it's going to be Ducky looking to his side, finding Lewis going down low, missing that pass, and still taken back just briefly, enough to tap a back pass very nicely to Boop. So Boop is going to look now, bow tie to Simon. Simon looking for an anchor shot on the punch.
Oh my
goalie.
goodness.
Excellent.
That was a very well communicated shot, and there's no way on earth he would have tried that if someone hadn't screamed that he'd punched him. So I think Ducky had smacked him, told them, hey, it's open, go for it, and he did.
Yeah, no doubt. We can't hear it, but you have to know the communication was definitely playing a factor there. And now taking a shot and making it as well.
Wow.
Sendo.
Wow. All that time of battling back and forward for a two-pointer, and that counterplay straight down to Sendo, straight up. Goalkeeper had no chance to get back in time. And now we're back at even Stevens with 3 minutes and 27 to go.
Yeah, that whole possession was the antithesis of what we saw in the last 4 minutes prior to that, basically. And another shot just dinging off the corner.
That's gonna hurt.
Unfortunate.
That is going to hurt them later if this game goes another way, but that is the way the cookie crumbles in any sport, and including an esport. And right now it looks like it's going to be Team Boop that's going to get a chance to take a shot instead, as they're building up for a play. It's a nice pass to Boop, and it's a nice finish as well.
Sendo, where you
now
going?
they're up.
Good question.
Yeah, getting that goal, nice pass there. So after a few minutes of just being unable to score, these teams now, a couple back-to-back goals, able to get some points, make it 7-5. We were stuck on 2-0 for an awful long time, but now we find ourselves 7-5 with 2:40 left in the second round. Now taking it in, Sendo target as a cross pass over to Nilly. Nilly will get it done, so tied again. This game has gotten really competitive and high scoring all of a sudden.
It looks like neither team wants to obviously lose, but especially at this point, although we've got 3 rounds, this round determines whether or not one team could win or one team's going to draw, and we actually have to use that third to find out the tiebreaker.
Yeah, so Team Boop right now with that first round victory. And the shot coming out, little bit off the mark, off the backboard, and retaken by Dage. So Dage is going to look for a teammate way across the other side. A little bit of a risky pass, but it will find its way eventually to Nillywick. Nilly also looking right back across, but a missed grab on that one.
Boop with a flawless clear means that it's going to be in a dangerous place. If it's going to be Ducky that gets it, and it is for a solid 3. Putting this game a little bit more in the favor of Team Boop. And if they do win this in the next 1 minute 40, then, well, they technically have won the whole thing.
Yeah, Ducky putting the disc in that bread basket. Gotta love it. 10-7, 90 seconds left. Rolling out is Dage for Team Viatrax, finding a long pass to Sendo. Sendo looking likewise to Nillywick. Nilly looking for a shot, but no, save. Boop doing the goalkeeping duties for his team. And that one is a very important and helpful save to potentially secure this second round victory for Team Boop. We still have a minute left to decide whether that happens or not, but certainly a great save as the disc actually floats on through and in for Nillywick. What just happened? A tied game, unbelievably, in the last minute of gameplay.
It can happen. It does happen, and it can happen at lands as well. And we are tied again with 10-10 with no time to go, really. I mean, I'm going to confidently say whoever makes this next goal is probably going to take it. Let's see who's that going to be.
This has been a tale of two halves, let me tell you. Barely any points for the first half, and then just suddenly all these crazy ones as a pass just misses the hands of Simon. Simon's going to shield himself in an attempt to catch that disc, but no, because Viatrax will get that recovery, will get the clear, looking for the boost, and who will get it? Because this could be very important right here. If they manage to get the disc, they do. Nillywick has a disc. Goalkeeper leaving the goal. Viatrax will have an opportunity floating backwards, no momentum, trying to find Nillywick down low at barrier. And then up to Dage in, but the save from Boop. Humongous save with the final seconds counting down. The boost coming through. Could it be a game winner? It is. 12-10 for Boop. Goodness. Unbelievable shot. Save, Boop. Boost, everything.
Boop right there. Literally became Boop and Terror, right? And just saved that last one, and then allowed with seconds to go, Simon to go in there and collect the 2 for himself. I mean, that if that's not a good way at getting some karma back for the accidental 3-pointer, I don't know what was. But really well played, really good stuff. And just with seconds to go, a save, denying that 2, and then making the 2. Fantastic stuff.
We're in the show match right now. The preseason has not even started, and already we just got ourselves probably one of the top 5 plays of like the whole season. That was, I mean, the absolute clutch save by Boop. Then the boost and the shot, like that was spectacular. Gotta love it.
The thing about Boop is like one of the things that makes him such a strong player is he has fast reactions. Like out of everyone you play with, he's the fastest person to sort of see a goal, take a shot, do it. Out of anyone I've ever played with. So it makes sense to me that he can actually save when he's in that position. He's just often not in that position. But we will be having our third match regardless, and congratulations to Team Boop for the technical official win. But we've still got ourselves another third round, which I'm sure each team are going to play with just as much tenaciousness regardless.
Yeah, for those who perhaps haven't seen or joined us late, indeed, we're playing all 3 matches, and this will be the case for the preseason of VRML. Going into it as a shot, just off the mark there. But indeed, those 3 games will all be played, the 3 rounds, as it will factor into a loose MMR system. And now pass going up to Ducky, but saved by Dage. Cleared out as well.
It's a great save by Dage. He made a couple of those actually, but he used to be a goalkeeper. I think he's playing up front now, but he's not forgotten the way of the goalkeeper. It will be a shot on an open goal right now. Sendo has got the disc, but he gets punched out. Viatrax is going to hopefully get for the clear. It's not going to be quite cleared, and so the play is going to be building up for Team Boop again, and I'm sure they'll be happy to still try and win this third one.
Absolutely. You want to make a statement, get some good momentum going into the preseason for these players individually on all sides of the floor. Obviously, teams just practicing hard, scrimmaging a lot lately, finding their groove, trying to find some points now as Boop going down low, and he will get that one done.
Absolutely. Boop. And you can see some interesting things about Simon, for example. What he'll often do is he'll do a juke, and it'll be beautiful. But he'll go, "Wow, that worked! I'll do it again," and then he'll get punched on that second time. One day he's going to perfect the 1 juke system, and it's going to be killer.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, I'm just looking forward to seeing it. I want to watch and cast as many of these matches as possible on both regions. I'm just excited to see what these teams pull out. It's a different format. It's a different look for Echo Arena, but one that's, to me, very exciting.
Nillywick now looking to take some more. Boop learning one of the faux pas of being a goalkeeper. One of the issues of being a goalkeeper is you can make the nicest save ever and then put it in yourself. We've all done it, and Boop's joining the ranks of goalkeepers to do it today.
Absolutely. So he's not the only one who's owned gold, and it happens, folks. It happens. Certainly doesn't take away from all the spectacular play we just witnessed in the last couple rounds. And back passing it over to Boop. Boop trying to look forward, maybe reaching the hands. No, instead Dage for Team Viatrax. Gonna get that clear down the tunnel. And looking for their stacks. Got the leech, though. So Team Viatrex right on the tail, but clearing it. Not cleanly through, though.
Now Disc is bouncing up right now. Niliwick looks like he's going to be the one to get hold of it. It's going to go for a back pass, well, actually an offensive pass as that pushes forward. There is a stack open for it, but there's also a Lewis there to take it away. And it's going to be the attempted boot bounce that's not quite aligned, but Ducky will find it anyway, unaware that Niliwick is attacking him. So Deji's going to probably look for his clear now. Manages to get down to Via, who gets punched out. And once again, it's now the Team Boop that are on the attack. Ducky waiting behind the goal to collect a shot that looked like a backboard, but wasn't, and sinks it down for a 2-pointer.
Yeah, Shucky Ducky with 7 points and the 36 stuns, team high for Team Boop. So now on the rollout on offense, Team Viatrex, Dage quarterbacking, bringing it up the floor, uncontested initially, the stack just looming there for Team Boop and trying to find that first pass, but then getting broken up. So Sendo's going to take that disc, find Dage, and Dage looking for a cross pass over to Nilly. Nilly's going to look down low, but perhaps, but no, a save, takes a shot, but Boop again, all day long with the goalkeeping.
Boop and Terra today, summoning the soul of his former teammate from Jax, Terra, just save after save after save. And now I imagine he's going to set up a wonderful shot too. It's an attempted backboard instead. I think Boop wanting to stack his shots with his saves, but it will be his team that still has possession, and it will be Boop that now has the disc again. I think he went for a nice another Ducky hanging on there again, probably waving to his teammate like, I'm here. And when you are in goal and someone shoots near it, you think, hey, that missed, I'm safe. But when there's someone on your team hanging on to it, it's just an easy dunk.
Yeah, an alley-oop one at that. Now, so I got a question. I haven't seen lately a lot of the European matches, the scrimmages and things like that. Is Boop, you know, goalkeeper now? Is this like, is this a
believe it or not, nice finish there by Niliwick. Believe it or not, he's not, but he can do it. And what's interesting about 4v4, you might be the one that ends up in goal based on who's available to stack, even
not
more
if I can
so
help it.
than with 3v3. And yeah, Boop's just saving them today.
Yeah, 6 of them. I mean, he's had a lot of them, so I'm impressed. He looks like a natural out there. And now Boop, speaking of, we'll have that disc, get it off to Simon up top. Simon, a little bit jukey there, and it'll be a turnover instead to Dage. Dage is in that back line, just looking for that back pass, trying to clear it out, not able to get it cleanly, so right back into the hands of Ducky, who finds Lewis. Now Lewis is going to get punched out. Boop is there as well, but punching him too is Nilly. And now a 3-man stack, it looks like, from Team Viatrex, with possession of the disc, trying to find a deep one, but no one there to recover except a orange player. So not quite what they wanted there, but on the interception, just missing though. And now Lewis is going to try and clear that out. Look for the stack as well with Ducky. He gets there first, and then the shot from Simon. So the stack actually overshot that one, but Simon on the cleanup from the back.
Yeah, it was a nice, easy cut and dry kind of play there. And in the end, they had an open goal and 4 people in the half. It was always going to end in some points.
So 9-4 advantage for Team Boop. We got 4 minutes left in this third and final round as the shot goes out, but saved by Ducky. Right off of that backboard. And now a clear. We'll find the hands perhaps if they can collect it. Simon just missing. Finally collects the disc. And he's going to look across over to Ducky. Misses Ducky. Might have a chance of getting into Lewis's hands. Lewis finds a fist from Niliwick though. So Niliwick using his hands in a different fashion. He's been all over that disc, but this time just going for the head. And now going for the shot. Will not be on the mark. The stack's coming through. Taken there by Via. Via getting stunned. And Lewis coming right back with a clear. But intercepted will be. Then right back to Via. Back past the Dage. Nilly. Oh, the save again.
Not possible. Boop again. Boop and Terra. And you know what's interesting? I think it's Niliwick that is trying to get the disc past Boop. And it seems to be that whenever these two are paired up, it's not working out. But Dage might have a chance for a 3-pointer. If he gets it, he dings it, which means it's going to just go free right now. And hopefully it'll be cleared, although it does actually come off Ducky's head. But he manages to get it and clears it anyway.
Now the 3-man coming in from Sendo and crew. Sendo's going to throw that down the floor. It'll take a bounce off that wedge. Get to the hands of Nilly. Nilly's going to go for the fader and absolutely fading away, no problem. 9-7 advantage still, but Team Viatrex making a fight of it.
Everyone right now in EU is just sort of looking at Boop like, dude, can you leave some of this game for the rest of us? Like, you got your shooting, you got your bounces, you got your passing. Let someone else do the saving. But no, he's absolutely destroyed it tonight in terms of his saves.
His count is at 8 right now as a shot goes out and then in to take the lead for Team Viatrex. It will be Viatrex with a 3. So making a fight of this third game, and now in the final 2 minutes, you know, Viatrex maybe in control to take the third one.
Maybe Team Viatrex wants to take home a round today, and maybe they will do it. But with 2 minutes left, anything can still happen when the scores are as close as they are right now. And the disc is going to be free for Dage, who's going to look for a clear. He manages to find it, and it's going to be a bit of a boost scrabble to see who gets it. And it will be the gravity boosting pair, I believe, that do. And disc is going to be free right now. It's a complete full onslaught. Ducky not finding the guy he wants, but he will find Lewis in the end. Lewis is looking for his option. Simon right there getting punched out, and now the disc is going to bounce free again.
Yeah, free it goes and taken by Sendo, cleared by Sendo, but the stack from Boop and Ducky getting back, getting that disc, and trying to evade this defense as they go for a clear, go for the boost right into the tunnel, but joining them as well is Team Viatrex. Then right back to the hands of Boop, if only for a brief second. Going out is that shot attempt, but Simon there in the recovery as well as Lewis. They've just been stuck together like glue, unsurprisingly perhaps. And now a shot going out and in. Oh no!
What a save!
Save by Dage. Wow. Going in now. Off the recovery. My mind can't wrap around these saves we're seeing all day long, all night long. For you guys, I suppose, because over on EU right now, it's around, what, 10 in the UK, I believe. And
it's 8:44. It's not too late for us right now, and it's definitely not too late for either of these teams to win this round. Dage then earlier on, a very theatrical save. It looked really good. That looks like a pristine clear from Simon, though, so they're hopefully going to have to do something. So they're going to be the ones to take all 3 rounds, as I'm sure Team Boop is going to want to do. As it stands, it is Team Via that's going to take this last round as a consolation prize, although it was a close one regardless. But it is Team Boop with the attack. Dage right now, hopefully getting the clear off. It's not quite as cleared as maybe he'd want, but with the time left, I think that's pretty much game.
And no buzzer beaters this time, but indeed the third round being taken by Team Viatrex. Great effort there to come back and take one. But overall, Team Boop, the victory, 2.
Indeed.
And this was that second game, man.
This whole match has been a game about good saves and defense. Incredible stuff. Like, you can have games where people are sinking shots over and over again. You can have mailbox, you can have tunnel shots, you can have whatnot, and you can have games that are all about the passing, the build-up. But this one was all about that defense. Some incredible saves from Dage, some incredible saves from Nailingwick, but Boop, my goodness, like the man that's known for his boop shots, his bounces, his long shots, just save after save after save after save. I wonder if his old teammate popped over his house for an old reunion and said, "Hey, hand me over the rift a second. I want to try something." But either way, great stuff from everyone. You know, it was some really interesting play. I'm impressed with Ducky's ability to communicate that he's on the goal, he's ready to punch, he's ready to sink things away. I was obviously expecting to see the boosting pair from Simon and Lewis, which is exactly what they did. And then, of course, there was some very unexpected saves, but it was all impressive nonetheless.
Absolutely. And, I'm fully on board with this theory that Affenterre is actually playing at Boop's place right now. Why not?
I mean, you have to wonder, but in fairness to Boop, I've seen this before from him, and it's also one of those things. I think, like, when you have had when you're in a 1v1 situation, you expect to score it, you expect to win it. Statistically and probability wise, you should. So when it's saved, that gets in your mind, and then when you're next in that position, put these shots over and over again against Boop, or at least a good handful of them, and that weighs on him, and every single time it's just that weight just builds and builds and builds. I'm gonna beat him, and every time it doesn't, that feeling multiplies, and I think that can be a factor. But I also can't take away there was some good saves.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think especially in 4v4, it's the offense, it's so much, it requires a lot more precision, I suppose, because it gets clustered up. Those passes need to be crisp, moves that need to be definitive. You can't just get a pass anywhere near bubble and expect to be able to hold on to it for an extended amount of time. You have to be able to recognize the floor, the spacing, find your passes. You have to make quick decisions when you get those discs, especially when you're driving at goal, because if you hold on to that for an extra second, extra half second even, you're liable to get stunned, or as we saw in that match, save, you take a shot from too far out. So definitely takes a lot more a lot more hard work to get into that offensive flow.
I completely agree with that. Well, that being said, that was a really good way to kick off this. That was thoroughly enjoyable to cast and watch. I mean, once again, there's just so much going on. There's so many interesting defensive plays there. We obviously have got our next one coming up, and I'm going to hand that over to you. But for me, I'm gonna bow out. Thanks very much for having me. Whit, you've done a fantastic job as always. I'm loving looking at all this overlay and stuff. And Palidore, incredible. Thank you very much.
You are incredible, sir. Apparently, we have to scream right now because the music is super loud and they can't hear us, so we will. This is
okay.
Yeah. Hey, shoutcasting.
That's why it's called shoutcasting.
That's why it's called shoutcasting. But thank you for joining us, tutorial, and enjoying. And yeah, we'll see you. I'm sure casting a lot of these games. I look forward to seeing them, watching them, and doing them with you. Thanks a lot for stopping in. Have yourself a great night.
Peace.
Peace. Peace. Louder, really? I don't think I can handle that. Sorry. I already have to put on an extra loud voice for casting as it is. I'm not used to talking with this much oomph. So hopefully it's coming across really well, guys. I know I've enjoyed myself. It's been fun. Now see, I can't tell if people are trolling me now or not because I keep screaming louder. For all I know, the issues could be fixed. Okay, never mind. Whit just told me in my ear they're not fixed, so enjoy the dance party, I guess. For the meantime, we're going to try and get the other teams in for North America. That show match starting rather soon, so stay tuned. Hello? Can you hear me? How are your ears, my dear viewers? Hopefully we haven't damaged your hearing on the first night. That's not what we wanted. We were saving that for later in the season. So yes, in case you didn't hear during that brief mosh pit, Tutorial Bot had to peace out. But it was definitely great getting the cast with him, alongside him. Plan to do a lot more of that, hopefully, throughout this preseason and beyond. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. That match was great. At the moment, we're just getting ready to start up this next match, North American show match, that is. And it will be Team Sealable Bag versus Team Kung. And we'll do a little rundown of them soon enough. Just trying to get ourselves all together. I know I got to get myself in a match certainly as well. And I do believe we will have Dash joining us on casting for the North American Games. Until I'm told otherwise. And Wit's telling me otherwise. Maybe? In any case, excuse me just a moment as I look through these invites, see if I got one yet. I do not. That's all right. Oh, now I do. Speaking of, okay. And now, oh, VR Jersey in the chat. What's this? Hello. How's it going? Are you casting?
I am.
Jersey's casting. All right. Well, in that case,
You're more than welcome to stay for a while, though.
oh, yeah. Well, Dash, if you are
hang
around.
out.
Yeah. Join us. Make it a three-man thing until the match starts anyways, and I'll
three-way.
let you guys
Come
do
on,
your
Dash.
thing.
Okay, right. I'm just in the middle of setting stuff up anyway. So carry, continue as you are.
Oh yeah. Will do. Continue. But yeah, hopefully everyone's enjoying this. I mean, I couldn't think of a better way to start a preseason or even just a show match. Those were some fun games. Great plays defensively, especially as we saw. There were some good shots being made. That finishing sequence at the end of game 2 was one of the best I've seen in a while. Just a series of plays from end to end.
Those games were lit. Is that much better for my mic, by the way? Is that I think people were saying it was quiet, but I think that should be better. I did have audio on like 50% for some reason. But yeah.
Right. Well, let us know, viewers. Can you hear Jersey loud and clear?
But no, those games were lit. That was good. Boop just basically coming up clutch in both games. Yeah, it was sweet. It was interesting. I was gonna say, I mean, we'll probably do like a little pre-game thing once Dash is in here. Was that his beautiful face in here now?
Yes, yeah, he's joining us
Can you
here.
hear me? Hey,
We can,
yeah, we can
but
hear
I think the audience will have to tell us if they can hear you at this point too. But welcome to the stream, Dash.
We have a little feedback
you,
loop
thank
going on.
Am I too loud or too low?
That sounds okay for me, but we'll
You're
let Twitch chat decide.
You're always pretty even keeled, Dash. But yeah, so I mean, obviously Team Gravity had some strong representation in that match, you know.
It was a win-win for me. I was pretty happy with that. Yeah, no, it was good. Simon and Louis played well, and then yeah, Viatrix also did well. I mean, yeah, it was just I mean, we'll go into this a little bit more soon, but it was quite interesting to see the EU play on this because obviously, and I like to compare that to how North America are going to shape up, given that you guys should be more familiar with this format, right? Given that Pizza League is pretty much very similar to this.
Yeah.
In terms of both 4v4 nature, mixed teams, and also the half times, whereby EU are kind of starting to adapt to it now and haven't had as much time playing on it. So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing the comparison, I think, between the two regions.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see for sure. I know, as you mentioned, Pizza League Season 2, we did do that kind of experimentally just to see how it went, and you know, we enjoyed it, the 4v4 format. They were also semi-random teams. They were handpicked by the League admins, which is to say Wit and Dash here. But yeah, and you know, we like the format and nothing else. I just love the timing, the pacing of 4v4. There's always action happening. So as a fan, as a player, as a caster, there's just so much more to cover at any given time. And
yeah, no,
again, the reaction times are just so
it's
breakneck.
Yeah, no, those games were very, very busy. So you did a great job on keeping up with that as well. It was good to watch.
It was trial by fire, trying to learn to cast, you know, 4v4.
Hey, it's only gonna get better from here.
Yeah, oh, I believe it. Never know. One day, maybe Echo Arena 2 or 3 will be looking at 5v5. You know.
Don't. It's bad enough already. We're getting into Echo Combat territory of what is happening. I don't know what's happening. The camera guy doesn't know what's happening.
I suppose for me, and I've said this so many times till ad nauseum at this point, but for me personally, the closer it gets to basketball, the happier I feel. So yeah.
you just want full basketball setup.
Yeah, once that can happen, I can finally just leave the world behind, essentially.
I'm done. Peace. My life goal has been completed.
Yes, Al Pacino, that is VR Jersey you're hearing. Make no mistake.
It is my sensual voice.
Ooh. VR Jersey, of course.
And smile.
A veteran player, dating back to season 1. Are we doing this now?
Oh god, no, please.
Him and Viatrix on Team Gravity, the originals.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll go with that. It definitely wasn't the original. Definitely wasn't me, Zogger, and Martin was the OG.
Yeah.
Viatrix still was season 1 though, so that's like
yeah, more so the beta originals and you know the release.
Yes, true.
Release window originals. I say it a lot too, but it's so good to see so many players just sticking around this game, this community, and playing it 2.5 years later. I know for me personally, I don't stick to a lot of games like this.
Yeah, I mean, it is quite strange actually. The only other games I would say I play or watch or enjoy to this extent this much still are like League of Legends, CS:GO, like some of those titles where it's just they're designed entirely around that whole premise of you keep coming back and playing, because it's like every match is different. It's all different, and it plays different, and it watches different as well. And then obviously like the new change we've got coming in for this season for 4v4 and halves as well. So we've got a couple changes coming in. I mean, they're already going to add up to some brand new teams and stuff forming, because I know there's obviously been a lot of changes in both regions in terms of trying to account for the extra man. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think it's definitely a merit to see how much EA is still played, and it continues to be kind of pursued and pushed. Yeah, and like even with just like only now 2 years later getting like the full like at like some, I'd say some major like game changes in terms of like the format. So it's interesting. It's good signals, I guess.
Yeah, most definitely. And you know, I used to take some pride in like knowing all the different players and teams and where they're at and stuff. But
I gave up on that.
I'm trying.
Like season 2, I was like, oh, dude, like I spent like it's hard enough as well to keep tabs of one region, let alone 2. So it's like there is a lot of players that add up over the 2 regions.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I guess but I mean, that said, you then get like, I don't know. It's interesting. I think we're gonna have even more. By the sounds of it, how many teams have we got currently registered for the VRML?
Last I checked, 36, I believe.
Which makes up with
worldwide.
4 is like 100 and
100 in math.
120 something, depending on what else it was study, whatever. But that's awesome. That's like over 100 plus players, which is really sweet. The MMR system is going to be great, I think. I'm very excited to see how that plays out. So yeah, it's going to be good. Looks like we're going to be getting into the match soon for anyone that is waiting. Soon TM, just to clarify. Oh, 144. Yeah. Wow, that is, oof, that's a lot of teams.
Yeah, I'm not sure every team is completely full, but it's approaching that amount. Last I checked, it was 120 something last I saw.
Yeah.
Either way, these are numbers we haven't seen for a good while collectively.
Those are numbers I don't think we've seen since like week 1 of season 1. That was like the biggest turnout I think we ever had for Echo Arena, because it was just post-launch, so everyone was like coming out beta like, I can play this competitively, and then everyone quickly realized, this gets pretty difficult quite quickly, and then we suddenly had quite a big drop of players. But honestly, I feel like I'd say the maturity as well of like a lot of the community has come full circle now as well. So there's a lot of community-driven stuff going on, which makes the lives of new players and new competitors so much easier to get involved. So I do think now is probably the best time to get into EA outside of like really that first couple of weeks, because you're not going to have a time over the last season or maybe the coming season that would be better suited to getting involved now, because there's so much outreach and going on training wise, support wise, new teams forming because of the 4-man shake-up. So it's really a good time to get involved and get started. And anyone who is in the chat right now, we have 4 watching, but anyone that is on here that hasn't got a team right now, definitely go out to the VR Master League websites, vrmasterleague.com, and just go check out, register, look for teams. I mean, there's a couple of teams already that are on there, I think, which are looking for teams at the moment for Echo Arena. So yeah, just go check it out and have a look. Try and get yourself on a team, because now is the time you're going to have for it.
And it goes without saying, too, the Quest 4 coming along soon. Now, that said, okay, so we do have Dash here and VR Jersey on commentary. That means my time is done, so thank you, everyone. And VR Jersey, Dash, enjoy yourselves. I know I will from the Twitch chat. Later.
Love you. Bye.
Oh, I don't mind going into the analysis if you would like to take
no.
over the play-by-play.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that sounds good. You will know a lot more about these players than I will, and I am EU, so I'm just going to be the play-by-play slave for this game, and I'm absolutely fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, these kind of lineups are really nice, actually. So glad, Mad is probably the Affenterror, I would say, since he is no longer with us, or perhaps Affenterror, maybe we come back soon. But Mad is a very, very good goalie on Team Kung. And Kung also is he makes a lot of bounce shots like off the wall, and I know that EU has their fair share of bounce shots in the pioneering of that sort. But he really does like this one shot that's kind of near the tunnel, like right before the wall, and he bounces it from almost like this where the disc is right now currently. Bounces it off the
Okay.
wall into the goal, and just
So
kind
it's
of
like a wall bounce. Wait, is that so? Which side is that off of? Just outside the tunnel, or is that? So you're saying it's a wall bounce? So I'm assuming you mean just outside the tunnel, right? So he gets like the cross angle shot from like left spawn to right side bounce or something like that.
I mean, everybody has their different terms for the blocks, but I mean, I call it the merge, which is a big like block that's right outside the tunnel.
Oh
That wall
yes,
on the
yeah,
opposing side.
yeah. No, that's kind of the one that. Yeah, there's I mean, you'll see it like on the screen. Like I think my timing's probably slightly off, but you'll see some of the shots that are coming in from the game conversion. We've got up there now, but you'll see the angle that the players take the shot from, and the left and right hand side from when they exit the tube. That's basically where the bounce shot comes from, right? Because you're basically it's kind of the exit of the tube is where you get that angle of the shot. It's just you throw it from the reverse angle further back down the field.
Yeah, from like his own side of the field.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a really
it's
long
nice shot.
bounce.
Yeah. If you can guarantee the other team isn't stacked and or you're gonna have a free run of it, then it's worth. Oh, I don't know. It's not. I'd say it's like it's a risky one. It's like a time specific one, I would say, but yeah, it's a valid play that a lot of people can now make because that's the shooting skill ceiling that we're at now.
And even if you do like miss it off the mark, it bounces off the shield, and that could still favor like
it
your
tees up
team.
well as well. Yeah, so it's like like honestly, it feels like it's like the ideal clear because if you're gonna clear it anyway, you're never gonna get in place for a shot. Okay, do we need to get in as well into game?
Are you not in the game?
No, I'm not in the game at the moment.
Oh,
Well, good thing for me, I'm still here in Discord chat with all of you. So hello, everyone. I was just clipping for highlights, but nonetheless, I guess we're clipping or doing this until Jersey gets in the game. So Ryan Rhino with the disc. And finding a pass down low and sealable bag. Gonna be the first one getting it in the bag for his team.
a nice little like double dunk opportunity for him because like Far could have gone for that dunk himself. Instead, he opted to go to Sealable, who then just dunks it himself. And a nice start for Team C.
Gotta be happy with that one. Now Mad taking that disc, representing the King Gorillas in his own right. Of course, on the opposing side to Sealable. Sealable, who just punched out Kaznaz, taking that disc now off to Kung. Kung's gonna clear that down, or pass it rather to Mad in the back line. And Mad's gonna just evade this defender and find another pass that just misses the hand of his man.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a communication error because that's the second pass that Matt has missed. You know, first off the kickoff, and then now that one, you know, resulting in a huge turnover that's in the enemy bubble. I mean, it's his own bubble. Luckily, they have a chain to come back with it. And Matt starts.
And just holding back a little bit, waiting for the defense to be drawn in and passing it off to Rox Titan. Rox is going to go under, look for the pass over, gets to the hands of Mad. Mad gonna shoot that shot right in time. That stack was coming up fast behind, but he got it. And that's good for 3.
Yeah, what an excellent pass by Rox Titan. He had a bit of a risky move ducking under that last defender to get the pass off, but it really paid off.
Yeah, so couple goals for both these teams the first 2 minutes. Ryan Rhino gonna roll out, pass it to Speedy. Speedy V of the Illuminati. That's the name of their team.
One a long ceiling bound shot is gonna be close, but just off that backboard on the wrong side.
And now taking the disc will be Ryan. Ryan's going to look for sealable bag over in that tunnel. Losing handles on the disc, though, so now recovered by Kaznaz. Now Kaznaz, he is going to be a member of, or is a member, rather, of V-Spawn. Of course, over on the Echo Combat side of things. Champions last season. And now coming up is Ryan Rhino, but stolen by Mad. Mad's going to look for that clear, get the clear, look for his boost, and coming on through. Both teams getting some leeches, but now being there first, getting there first is Far. Now losing the handles, though.
Yeah, bad back pass and now open opportunity for Kaz to pick it up for 2. More slight miscommunication. That ends up punishing Team Seal. Why did we not take the advantage of this to call him Seal Team 4 or something?
Good question, and those are the kind of, well, questions we'll never get answers to now. unfortunately. So Ryan Rhino getting the pass to Speedy. Far crosses a sealable bag. So some nice cross action. Almost taken there. Recovered by Far. Far's going to look for the shot, but Mad, the denial. Now, Mad is someone who lately, well, not lately, but just in general, he's a great goalie. But I noticed, especially lately, just watching him, he's a really, really strong goalie these days. It kind of snuck up on me, honestly. And now a shot maybe sneaking up.
Ooh, that
And
was
Kaz
such a
Naz.
nice one.
Yeah, deep shot.
You know, Kaz, who is, like you said, mentioned before, a combat main, really, is a champion from last season. And he's made a transition into arena, and he's doing quite well.
Yeah, that he is. I've seen him play a bit in Pizza League and some scrims. He definitely has skills that translate directly over. And now, it's going to be Ryan Rhino for his team over on the blue side, trying to get that disc Far as well. Speedy with a disc now in the back line, going to look up above to Ryan Rhino. Ryan's going to go for a deep shot. It is
was so
center, but just a
close.
bit low. And
Now
now
the
the
follow-up
second
shot.
attempt. Going to be taken and saved by Mad, but right back to the hands of Ryan Rhino.
Ryan trying to take advantage of a backboard because I think Mad was out, but instead misses it. Still recovers it, luckily, but intercepted again by Team Kung.
And off to the other side of the field it goes. Getting cleared into the mid area. And Kaznaz is going to take that. But Ryan Rhino right back. Going to send it into the orange side. Boost coming through, but getting there first on the faster boost, faster stack even, is Kung. And Kung looking down low now to Rox. Rox is going to be punched out. Far's going to take that disc, look up, find the cross to Ryan, right back to Far. Beautiful assist and dunk.
Is Jersey in here yet? Or if not, I would just, if you can take over for a bit so I can get him in.
Yes, I was about to recommend the exact same thing. All right, 8-4 for the Orange Boys. Team Kung. Mad is gonna take that one, pass it on off to the right side, and then getting into the hands of Kung. Kung's gonna look barrier. I'm not even sure if that was a shot or a pass. It almost got to his teammate there. Either way, but sealable, taking that back, getting it to Far. Far's gonna get the clear right into the orange side of the floor. Now some light boosts coming through, not terribly fast, but still enough to get there as Rox Titan. And Rox almost throwing an interception. Kung, though, the back pass to Mad. Good awareness from Kung. And then now, Mad. Oop, just missing the disc. So sealable bag will take the disc now. Find a pass over to Ryan Rhino. Now he has two defenders there. Punches out one of them, but loses the disc for his efforts instead. So now Mad is going to go for that disc. Nice shield at the last moment to deny the brawls. Has a boost. His teammate getting off. That's Kaznaz. Pass gets to Kaznaz. Kaznaz takes a shot. Why not? Absolutely for the 3. 11-4. Favor Team Kung.
That's such a greedy challenge for Team Seal. You know, he had the mail slot open. Oh, looks like Jersey is here now.
Wild Jersey appeared indeed, so that is my cue to peace out for a second time. At least momentarily, as soon as Jersey says what up. In the meantime, though,
Yo.
oh, he's back, and I'm gone. Take care.
Okay, cool. Right, can we give it to Speed Dash? What's happening?
Well, we have a. Oh, wait, okay. It seemed like a misgrab. Maybe his tracking lagged out, but that was definitely a perfect opportunity for Speedy to score. But now he gets another chance, but throws right into the hands of Kung, who will clear it downfield. And this chain, Kaz and company.
So
Not
how have the
quite
two
there.
teams been shaping up so far? What does it look like they've been going for? Lots of spaced out passing or plenty of regrabs, quite messy stuff?
It has its moments. Like right now, we're having a big dog pile, but whenever they get the opportunity to slow it down, they really try to. Like Mad right here, trying to get these passes very methodical. And now Kaz is open, but instead that was a shot? Question mark?
So some good
now
boosting.
follow-up shot from Seal to clean it up.
Cool. So based on the two teams, I mean, we've got some previous history with, I think, both sides, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of people that played on the same team before.
Yes, so we have a Kung and Rhino, both Team Joker, Matt and Seal, Kangos, Kaz is on, well, of course, you know him from combat. Oh, what a snag from far! I know. Oh, he couldn't follow up the shot in time. But that was
So
such a great.
oh, nice steal from Kung. Looks like we're gonna be setting up a good
Oh, there's
two-man
some
stack. You
mic
can see
bouncing.
coming out. Orange team, and also wait, hold on. I can check this for myself.
Ryan with the clear. Bouncing off the. Oh, Sealable with the cleanup shot again. And an interesting pass by Ryan.
So a good comeback puts a 1-point deficit, which, as we know, can be much bigger than it seems. This means that if Team Kung are able to get another 3 points, it's going to put them out of point range of a single shot or single goal, which with the time allowed left is probably not going to be enough. So really, they want to secure 3 points here, which would basically close out the round for them. Going to be moving up slowly, taking their time. Looks like they're not going to go for a 3. They're going to go for a 2,
Oh.
and that will be enough to get them 3 points. 1 minute 6 left on the clock. That will be continuing to count down. Again, something that's slightly different from last season. We do have the game clock does not stop at any point, as you all have noticed. Meaning that they have to be quick. And you can see a relatively fast... My map keeps disappearing. Hold up.
Yeah, it's looks like they're gonna start playing a little bit back, and Mad was
Ooh,
getting a
good
little
pass.
greedy on that challenge.
They need to get a 3
I
here,
feel
though.
like-
They need to get a 3.
Yeah.
They don't have time for another 2.
Oh, but they might just go for it.
Okay. Right, they're going to have to rush this down so fast. So, right, we're going to have to watch this. I'm assuming they're going to have to try and PE joust this, and they're going to have to get there real fast. The
I'm
benefit of
expecting a double chain. I think
benefit
the
of
double
obviously
chain is
having-
really-
The benefit of obviously having 4 people is that you can spread out and try and intercept this quickly. But they're gonna have to, whatever they do, they're gonna have to be fast. Looks like Mad's gonna go for a slow start, quick short pass early, which is exactly what he needs to do. Oh,
turnover.
good interception, but another clear coming out from Team Kung. Doesn't look like Speedy or Team Cedarboard is gonna be able to do it. Oh, and that'll be another 3 points coming from Rocks, which will close this out. Very close though. 1 point difference at the very end, followed up by another 3 points just to close the final round out. But they had to push that hard, so I can't really fault them for that at all.
It was such a prime opportunity. They got the interception in the tunnel, but I guess lack of communication didn't tell him that the guy was right on his toe.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard there
So-
because I think he was going for the tunnel intercept, and at that point, because you can't wait to let them receive the pass and then try and tackle it off them, I think he just had to try and grab the disc before it got to the player, which he did. However, quick reactions on the side of Team Kung were able to come back and grab that off of him again. The only real solution there could have been a quick slap, but I mean, with 10-20 seconds on the clock, if you slap it in the wrong direction, they get it. It's as good as giving over possession anyway. So it's one of those that you kind of want an ideal perfect, like 100% play there, where you've got someone to pass to and slap to, but it's a hard one because unless your team's setting up for that, it's not going to be easy to do.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It was definitely a tough situation for that guy to decide to like
do you
I
know
just
who it was?
shoot
Do you know
it,
who it was?
clear.
That's where we need replays.
Yeah, I want to say it was Far. I thought it was a short name.
Okay, so we're having another fast joust coming out. Ooh, a nice setup actually. I really like that setup from Sealable. Ooh, is that a good? Is that a headbutt save? Oh, and another
What a save
coming in
from Mad.
He's gonna go for a clear. That's gonna bounce up through the middle. It's gonna get blocked in the
Rocks
center
has
though.
advantage and a shot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just off.
Ooh, slightly off there. He was at a slightly kind of awkward angle because of his height. It did mean that the male slot was even more difficult than normal. Looks like they're going to take their time now, set up for a slow push. Going to be passing it up. Ooh, a couple straight passes. However, they are in good enough positions that they can capitalize off that anyway. Oh, an attempt coming down from the backboard is not going to go through. It's going to end up all the way back down to the bottom. It's going to then be picked up by the looks of it by Kaznaz. Eventually. No, I take it back. Rox is going to pick that up. Going back to Mad. Oh, and he dings it. Oh, but it's going to be collected again. So this is just an onslaught coming in here from Team Kung. Looks like they're going to be setting up again. Again, that's quite close positioning from everyone. This would be an ideal time to steal it from defense.
Everyone's just in the same spot. It's
Looks
such
like,
a
they're
difficult
going for it
situation
again.
right
They
now.
just...
Oh, Kung could have gone for a 1v1 maybe, but now Mad will try to
okay.
finish it.
finally, I mean, the time where you see, I mean, that was a pretty messy goal. I have to admit, like that was very
It
messy
was-
from Team Kung. I mean, the spacing with 4 people was not far enough apart there when they had the control of the disc, which was a perfect position for Team Seedable to try and basically steal that off of them. They did get it a couple of times, but it wasn't enough of a time available to them to get an actual clear out. They could only just get it and basically get stunned out straight away. Good little setup play here coming out though.
Oh,
A
nice
good little
read.
bounce off the backboard, but again, Seedable holds onto the disc for a little bit too long. You can't really tell if that's communication or whether that is just fast reads from the defense there. They're gonna get position back. It's gonna be some other passing play. Oh, this is awkward positioning from them. I think actually in the defense's favor, it was because it was good defending positioning and good timing on their
To the
positions. But
shield.
this looks like a big. Oh no! He dings it. Oh my God! Who was that? Was that Ryan?
No,
I
that was
can't tell.
Ryan. Ryan had him completely
Ryan.
beat, and all he had to do was just put it in.
Okay, they're
think
gonna
the
they're gonna
goal
take
was
that
way
as a
out.
signal now. They're gonna take it slow, get some good passing around. So this is kind of like the 4-man setup I was hoping to see, because this is just like,
And that-
oh, perfect.
Ooh.
That's textbook. Okay, that's just very, very good textbook stuff. And I was when I was saying earlier to Palidore that I thought the NA guys would have a better grip on this because you guys have been you had more playtime with it, obviously in this style. That's kind of what I was hoping to see, like just 4-man setup. Take your time, as we have done for the last 2 seasons or 3 seasons with the 3-man setup, but just doing it really, really well. And I like that is like, to me, that's like perfect execution, perfect macro from like the players involved. And it's really hard to do with the defense because, I mean, you've got to start line marking as opposed to man marking, which becomes really tricky. Some good defense coming out here from. I'm getting the names wrong because I keep seeing Speedy at the top of the list, and I want to say Team
1v1.
Speedy.
Oh, what a save by Seal.
Great save by Seedable.
And now
That's
holding
gonna
up the
be clear.
boost, so now Seal has all the
They've got
advantage.
time. Not enough time. Defense do get back in. Just before they would have had a chance to take a shot. A great little pass.
Oh,
Another
now
one.
2 dings in a
Got
row.
3.
And
Oh,
a save
no.
with a headbutt.
What a defense there from Team Kong. That was fantastic. Oh no, they overboost. They split up as well. So this is going to be going back now to Team Seedable. They've got possession. They have 1 person in goal. The 2 people left over from Kong have boosted back now on defense. They've got a little bit more time. Looks like they'll be able to recover it. Or will they? No, another pass coming out from Team Seedable. This is a great forward play from Team Seedable. They're just not able to convert any of these into actual goals. Another pass coming in. You've got another shot on goal. Oh, it goes wide again, just slightly.
You may need to fit an extra pass in here because these are tough angles they're trying to shoot from.
I think that I don't know whether or not they're missing these extra, like these final passes, or not taking the extra pass, or the defense setup from Kung. Team Kung is actually providing enough pressure to prevent them from being able to do it comfortably.
There's definitely a bit of both, because you see, like, they do have the time to make these passes and they still miss them. But then again, it's like whenever they do miss them, the next pass is bad and the next pass is bad because of the pressure.
This is just quite messy now. Looks like they're going to be trying to clean this up. Good defensive stack coming back. Oh no, and they ding it again.
Is that like the third one on this attack?
How many dings have there been in this round? It's still 2-2. We have 5 minutes left. What is this insanity? But it looks like it's going to be... Yeah, okay, it's going to be recovered now. Sent over. A good bounce off the side wall. It's going to leave this in possession. The goal's open, and it will be going in.
Oh,
No, it goes wide. Someone score. Dear God.
The Seals team is just... The accuracy is just not there right now.
They just
have
need
4 dings and a headbutt save. That's like
they had a
5.
textbook play. Just go back, do that over and over again. Just walk it in. Just walk it in repeatedly. That's if they're struggling with the accuracy, which is clearly what's happening. Then they just need to go for it. A lovely little pass there. Some good passing play. Oh, goes for the mail slot, but will be defended. A great clear. That is a stunning clear.
Oh man, this is how they score. I looked at that panel and I was like, I don't want to say it.
That's disgusting.
But that panel was nasty.
Oh man, I was whenever you get those that go that far and at that position, it's like you're just like, wait, no. It's oh man, that is Ryan making up for his 3 dings, I think.
in a long shot to answer back.
This is 2 for 2, 3 for 3, without 5 apiece with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. This is good. This is good. This is close. Both teams having problems, but in different ways, seemingly. A lot of possession on the side of Team Seedable. However, not able to convert that. But the defense of Team Kung has been fantastic, especially the goalkeeping as well. Able to deny almost every single attempt out of the blue team. And although I say that, they do lose possession in the midfield. Going back now, pushing up with 4-man. There should
Could have
be
a nice setup
plenty
here.
of time to have. Yeah, there should be plenty of time to set this up however they want it. They're all leaning towards the left-hand side of the map at the moment, which does make the job
Maybe a
easier.
dunk for Seal.
Oh, but that is a beautiful little dunk off the backboard. Well, not off the backboard, off the ring actually. And that honestly, that's the kind of setup that got them that first goal, and I think is the way they need to tackle this, given that they are struggling on the 1v1s.
Yeah, the dunk is always such a safe move, you know, especially if you're having trouble with the accuracy.
Yeah,
easier
it's
to
one
hit
of
a
those
person
that.
on the rim.
And as well, with the chaos that is induced by a 4v4 match, it's actually a lot easier for an offender, like an offense player, to sit on the ring unnoticed or on the backboard unnoticed, because there's just so much going on. The goalkeeper has so much already to keep tabs of. Add another 2 players into the mix of that, and it's just extremely difficult.
Oh, nice. Kung getting a turnover, starting his attack again. Rocks, passing it to Cass, who just stunned one.
Oh, this is great play. Oh no, a great defensive 3-man boost coming back though. This will be possession going over. Goes a stray pass and another stun coming out on the defense from Sealbag's team. That was Speedy, I think, actually, with a great clear there. Oh, it's gonna be this is close. We have a minute 54 on the clock. We have another attack. Oh, and it's another one. 2 points. We're drawing 7-7 with 1 minute and I want to say 30 seconds on the clock. 47 seconds on the clock.
45, yeah. It's getting close though. You know, they're answering each other. The craziest one was that tunnel shot to tie it up at 5-5. It was crazy.
This is just back to back. So we're gonna have another boost coming out. My map has disappeared off of my screen again, so get that back up. We're getting a tube pass. Basically, it looks like man marking coming out here from Team Kung. You've got one-on-one for across most of the arena. They're using the shield. Oh, what a backboard attempt!
But it right into the hands of Ryan. Ryan gonna try to take it himself.
Oh, okay. We finally have a conversion again from Rhino. Actually, Rhino carrying the scoreboard, I think, on this match. Yeah, they are. Rhino is doing a pretty good job on the points at the moment. I think it's showing both the points for the last game and this game, I think.
Yeah,
but
adds them all up.
But regardless, it looks like another basically Oh no, a fantastic little steal. A steal from Kaznaz is going to give possession over, but that looks like it's going straight back again into the hands of Far, who is now going to clear this. We've got a shot attempt coming up here, and it will be intercepted by Rocks before it gets to the goal.
30 seconds to tie it up. What's their move?
They need 2 points here. So this is going to be, looks like a slow passing game into the midfield. Oh, a little mix up there. It's going to leave him the disc. He's going to clear it. Looks like a bounce clear. Lovely little bounce pass. Oh, pass into the 2-point circle.
Cross to Kung.
Is he going to do it? Oh, and he will! Kung! With the 10 seconds left on the clock, he brings it back to 9-9.
And that's going to be overtime for Team Kung. Just saving it. That last nice cross.
Yeah,
I thought Brox was going to try to take it himself, but...
Wait, so remind me, what's the procedure now for draws? Oh, overtime. We are doing overtime still. Yeah. 2 minutes overtime, first goal, I'm assuming? Or is it the aggregate score?
Yeah, just a traditional first goal wins.
Okay, good. Perfect.
But I think Seal had a better joust, so this will be important.
Yeah. Oh, no, they're going to
play slow joust for everybody.
Everyone's trying to take it slow here, but
a
fantastic collection. And the team captain will throw that in and lock in the second game, I believe.
It's game 2. And I believe be 1-1. So the rubber game.
So we are going for game 3 now. Perfect.
Well, I believe the format for the season will always be play 3 games. So even if you are playing, even if they did lose that one, it was 2-0, they would still play for 3.
Okay, perfect. Well, I mean, that's going to bring us into game 3 regardless in terms of what games actually count to the score line. So I guess the ideal situation for us getting into a intense last game, I mean, that was pretty close, back-to-back, all the way through the 10-minute mark until the very end, and one final joust, really. I mean, going into the last match, who do you think, based on what we've seen so far, is going to take it?
I mean, there were so many opportunities that you saw that Team Seal missed. Like what was I said it?
Yeah,
4
there was a
dings and a
lot.
headbutt save.
Oh, there
If
was
they
a
could just
lot, yeah.
convert that, I think they
Well,
might have a better offensive setup. And Kung was just so defense heavy with Mad and Kung being great goalies.
Yeah, we're going to get back into it now, into the third and final game. We're going to go for a fast joust. He's going to jump on top of Team Kung. Looks like, however, Team Cedarbull will be able to collect that. They're going to be splitting out into a 1-3 attacking format. They're going to be passing it across. Oh, a little bit of stray pass is going to send it wide up into the top-hand corner, but they're going to be able to recover it. Passing now, trying to get it set up in their positions. When they were able to do this in the previous rounds, it was very successful. So the question will be, see if they can continue this form of passing.
Pass, but a
Until the very
save by
end.
Mad.
But a fantastic save coming in there at the last second. Lots of stuns coming in the circle. That was a scoring opportunity. However, a great little clear coming out from Team Kung is going to allow them a little bit of a respite. However, the disc is collected and sent straight back in. Another shot on goal. And unfortunately, Kung will be...
Oh, what a steal, but a snag from Rocks.
Rocks coming up big with another save. And this is going to be, again, going back to Team Cedarbull. Going to be collecting, do a 3-man setup. 4-man setup outside of the ring. Oh, a great defensive line there is going to allow Stun to go straight onto Team Kung. Team Cedarbull, and a good clear. This is a little bit of a messy setup, though, so this could go straight back in the way of Cedarbull bag, and it will do. This is going straight up, teed up for a shot, and it will be... Oh, no, he digs off the backboard, and he recovers it, so avoids the embarrassment of a...
I'm trying to go for the backboard style. But luckily, nobody else was there. Otherwise, that would have been tragic.
He's probably like, you didn't see that. He's probably, no one saw that.
Dunks it casually.
Yeah. It's like, no, I only dunked it. Didn't try and backboard it. Don't worry. So we have a 2-man push out coming out again from Cedarbull Bag's team. They seem to be relying on this 2-man push to try and get the disc back early on with a 2-man setup around the goal.
Kung. Back to Rocks. All the pressure on them both.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
And they
that was
get
just
through it.
Perfect. They just juggled the, the attention of the goalkeeper really nicely there, because the back and forth passes just makes it really difficult to decide where you're going to be trying to position in the goal relevant to try and save it, and also where your body is positioned, obviously, because that affects the likelihood of being able to save a backboard, for example.
Luckily, that bounced into Seal's hands and bouncing away from that defender and his team.
Oh, this is going to be close.
Far. Gonna observe his options. He has a guy crossing in mid, but Kung, what a save! And now boosting. Rocks may have an open net. Oh, but he misses it. Still has the opportunity to collect it.
Yeah, Rocks will be going in. Looks for a 1v1. He's gonna get a stun out on the keeper, and it will be a freebie. So this is a 4-2 lead now coming out from Team Kung. This is looking good. I mean, this is still incredibly close. I honestly can't tell which way it's going to go because
Why is Kung right there? Question mark?
Is he still in the arena? Wait, no, he's gone back. Oh no, he kicked out. Oh, okay. Right, so that was about 7 minutes 15 seconds, I believe. How are we estimating to play this?
Unless he just, I think he just joined back. I don't know if they might just play this point out, or I don't know. I thought I heard a join sound. But,
oh no, that's good. Oh no, he is back now. So that's gonna be a 2-point goal.
Well, it's fine. If he's back, they would have played the point out anyway. So.
Correct. I mean, because as per, I believe, rules as they were last season, even though they may not have been followed by some admins from ESL. The rules do dictate that upon a disconnection or any kind of technical issue, you do play until the point till a goal is scored, and then you wait until the person returns. But obviously, as Kung crashed out seemingly at the beginning of that round, beginning at that point, they continue to play the point on as per. And
oh man, and Ryan's gonna be pressured immediately. And now Rox has opportunity to set up his offense, reset it to Mad. Rox up on the ceiling, gonna receive. Not receive the pass because Speedy's there.
Bad pass. I mean, he saw the guy that was on him. He saw that there was a player on the side of him, and as a result, they're going to be able to get a direct goal off the back of that.
Yeah, that was a
was-
really
That-
odd
I mean,
pass to make.
That's you're passing to someone that is basically marked, and it's like and not only was he marked, he was also stunned out, meaning that he was already in an awkward position where he had no hold on anything.
Actually, I think he was going for the guy above him, which was Rocks. It was just that
Oh, was he?
guy
Was
who
it
was
just like a
stunned
straight
had a
pass?
defender on him, and it was the
Right.
same lane.
Yeah, that's always a bad idea. You want to keep your passing lines clear of players, so you never want to have two people on the same passing line at any point. Ideally,
Nice deep
it's unavoidable
pass
in
to
some
Speedy.
situations. Yeah,
Oh, but a cutoff by Mad.
again, these reads are being great from both teams actually in terms of who's passing where the lines are. Oh, and a lovely steal
Kaz,
coming out
what a
here.
steal.
He's gonna go for it. He's gonna bounce off of the bow tie block, or I mean, whatever you're gonna call
Kaz
it.
with it again. Gonna see if any of his teammates gonna cross in, and Kung crosses in, but misses it. Oh no. And
Okay,
Rocks
he's
now.
gonna go back in. He's gonna go back in. Oh, he goes around the back. He gets it. Goes back to Kung, and he will get it. Bring it back to 6. 4 minutes 51 seconds on the clock still, and this is gonna be even again. This is close.
Back and forth, back and forth. Imagine the pressure that the teams must be under whenever it's like one mess up ruins a.
Exactly. It's a tricky one.
Speedy going back to, but Matt is there again for the intercept. To trying for the mail slot,
Ooh,
but Ryan covers
I think
it.
that was going in. I think that was going in. It looked like it was from my angle, but
Oh, Matt almost there
Oh,
again for
good
that
passes.
intercept.
Some of these passes are so good. Goes for a clear, is gonna bounce it off of the bottom ramp. It's gonna go straight back up in front of the goal. If there is a good collection here from offense, you have two people onside the side block, no one in goal. Oh, and Ryan will 1v2 actually. A little turtle. And he's gonna bring that back. Another 2-point advantage here coming out of for the last 4 minutes for Team Seedable.
I'm bouncing around. I didn't think he was gonna make it until like I saw him jumping up and down. I was like, oh no, he's gonna start doing something. An
Yeah, got a
immediate
good solid
clear.
coming out. It is going to go straight into the hands of the defending team, who are going to pick it up. Lots of back passes here, trying to get some time and space. They want to do their full 4-man setup. They're going to. Oh no, a little bit of a mistake. Going to be able to collect it though.
It was a great read off that.
Oh, again, sloppy passing. I have to say from Team Seedable at the moment. Not able to like comfortably connect a lot of these passes. But
Yeah,
they,
what a
and again
snap.
another intercept. So what a great shot!
And the
Great
chain.
intercept.
This should be the
Is this gonna be
tying
enough?
goal. If Kung can just get into the goal, there.
Oh, that was close. That was too close. But 3 minutes on the clock, 8-8. We are back to an even game. This is the third match. Just as a quick reminder, this is whoever wins in the next 3 minutes does win overall today for the North American Invitational. And this is going to be both teams now going out. We've got possession on the side of Team Seedable. See what they're going to do with it.
Oh,
Looks
and
like
another
they're-
intercept.
another intercept
Kaz is just a
again.
monster right now. He's intercepted so many this
They are
series.
not giving the amount of
And
respect
Kaz is
needed.
there again.
Oh, Kaz solo carrying the last 3 points. Potential. No, I would say it's unlikely for the game given how high scoring these have been. However, that's a pretty big deal. Kaz with a fantastic intercept, a clear, and a collection, and a 3-point. You couldn't really ask much for much more, really.
Yeah, that play was all him.
I have to say though, it looks like as well. It's not. It also looks like Team Seedable is not giving enough respect to Team Kung in terms of their ability to like
shot?
get on top of them. Because
Man's
like,
there
again,
for the
just
intercept.
passing in like direct line of sight of Team Kung players, and it's just not getting anywhere because they're able to intercept or they're able to punish because you're giving them way too much time to get close and on top of you or close to the disc.
Kung had to
Ooh,
reset
great
and
pass.
oh man, if Kaz didn't jump off
was
the
so
rim, he would have had
good.
it.
Now it's gonna ding off of the bomb ramp, which means gonna. Oh, goes for behind the back spin. Oh, that was
Ooh,
close.
Far almost had that one too with
Off the shield.
nice.
Oh.
self Cole.
However, this does mean we're in that again, the same 11-10 position we were in the first game actually, with a minute 30 on the clock, which is more or less where we were previously. This is kind of a situation
Close
where
repeat.
it's very likely we're not going to get another draw here. It's very likely one of these teams are going to win it. Now the question is, do Team Kung try and drive out, waste the time here? Because if they do, they are on the foot. Good steal coming in. And a good
And now
push.
clear.
Good collection. Far has a chance to get a shot here. His teammates are coming out slowly. They are not connected. A good pass into
Oh,
a bad
no.
pass. It's going to leave it for a clear. Kaznaz gets out. A minute left on the clock still. This is going to be a race to see who gets here first. Looks like it will be Team Sealable Bag who are going to come and collect this. Not much time, though. Does get a shield stun off and a pass into the mid lane. This is going to go back out to another mid defender. No, it looks like it will be collected by defense. 43 seconds on the clock. There's, oh no, but a straight clear into another defender from Team Sealable Bag. A great pass up.
Oh,
This
Speedy's
is a
on the
2v1
far
opportunity.
cross.
What are they
And
going
back to
to
Seal,
do?
maybe?
He's going to go for the
Oh,
1v1.
no. Oh, no.
Oh, and he gets it. Speedy goes in for the 1v1. 29 seconds left on the clock. This is going to have to be an incredibly fast attack from Team Kong now.
And I thought he was going to go back to Seal for the cross. Instead, he goes and
Honestly,
jump shots at
I think it's
himself.
the right thing to do because you waste any more time there. You could, especially if you make the pass and he ends up intercepting it. That's the worst thing imaginable. So we're going for a really fast play here. It's going deep, but it's
lanes are
collected by
covered.
defense. Sealable Bag, Speedy is going to clear this now. It's going to end up in a midfield. It's not going to go to anyone, and it looks like that will be game for Team Sealable Bag.
What a great series.
Wow, that was
High
close.
intent.
That was so close. Oh my god, both teams showing up there. I think, like, this is because as well, I haven't casted 4v4 yet, and that was sweet. Okay, that was awesome. I like it already a lot. This is great.
It's really, it can really get chaotic. So, you know, like,
But it's
at some
so
points
much
it was
more
like,
intense. I
what's
love
going
it.
on?
There's so, like, I mean, the thing, like, because a lot of these players as well, I mean, this is kind of a bit of a mixed bag in terms of some new and some kind of old or like high-end tier players. This was like, in traditional like 3v3 Echo, you would have a lot of standoff periods or a lot of boost races, but this is just so much more kind of possession going back and forth, like constantly, great defense, great offensive moves, and it seems to be there's a lot more variance in the play and it's a lot more active. However, the kind of main point of like contention of the disc just helps keep the play, the kind of the watching experience like really fluid. I like that was great. I think.
Yeah, I mean, the defense really can shine in 4v4.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
mean, we
much
had
harder.
some great defense, some fantastic keeping. Keeping is now obviously an even more skill than ever before, given that you have to take into account so many more variables in play. But yeah, I mean, honestly, fantastic play from both teams. Team Sealable Bag obviously taking that win on that one. However, great play overall there from both sides. I think there was some interesting strengths and weaknesses on both fronts.
Yeah, I mean, just such great defense from Team Kong. I think it was like perfect matchup because Sealable, Ryan, Speedy, great strikers, and Far also can take some pretty insane shots.
You
It just
say
seemed like it
that,
was a very
however, they were
confident-
missing so much in the last game. But they were
You
able
can
to
always
bring it
credit that to the defense.
Yeah, and I think
What would
as
you
well,
say was a defense?
there was good defense in there, but I would say as well that they adapted. In the last game, you could see them going for a 4-man setup a lot more frequently, so they did a much better job of kind of, I feel like, handling that, where they were like, we're not hitting the shots we need to be. Let's try and set this up a little bit more, give ourselves a little bit more time, or get some good counterplays, which they also did quite successfully. So they had a couple of times obviously where they had no contention because they were getting fantastic stuns off in the midfield, and that was basically what brought them the game back. So it was, yeah. But honestly, the 4v4, this is good. I like it. This is great fun to commentate as well because there's so much more action.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see what, you know, the teams will do. Like, this was
Yeah, this
just
is
kind of thrown together.
Exactly. This is like where you'll see the metas kind of start to establish in a very similar way to had strategies and plays and specific jousts and like for example, if you knew there was a couple seconds left on the clock, you would absolutely see a rush. Like in the traditional 3v3 format, you'll see some more of that here, but it's just you start, the more we hear and see these strategies come out, the more we can then start to like I guess develop some more like core gameplay loops of what we're expecting to come out from the teams and what counters what. I think we saw a little bit of that today. Like some teams obviously preferenced. I mean, you saw Team Sealable's team like preference this slow, progressive setup, whereas Team Kung was much more fast in your face. Let's get it down. Let's get this around goal, and let's really quickly try and get some shots off. But yeah, really close games. Fantastic to watch.
and I hope everybody will tune in whenever the season starts, which is very soon.
Yes,
Whenever
it's
those
going to
games
be
get
very good.
scheduled.
Yeah, very much looking forward to that. Very much looking forward to how all these teams shape up, especially given we have so many. It's going to be really interesting to see this season and how it shapes up, I think, across both regions.
All right, well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Wit, for working the camera.
Yes, thank you,
Excellent job as
Swift.
always.
And thank you as well to Tutu and Palidore for obviously casting and commentating the previous games for EU. I believe, I'll have to double check with Nightfire about this or Wit, that these will end up on YouTube as well. So if you did miss the EU games, do not worry, they will be with you soon. And as well, yeah, I think this is a great little invitational. We've been able to see both EU and NA teams come together and play against each other. And I think it's exciting. Like, I'm really excited to see how the rest of the season shapes up. And as mentioned before the stream or before the game started, if you are watching this and you are not already signed up for a team and you have Echo Arena or you are playing it, I would highly recommend you go on to vrmasterleague.com and go check out the registration, because there are teams actively recruiting right now. And if not, if you are unable to find anyone there for your region, jump onto the Echo Arena Discord as well, because there are also teams and people recruiting for that as well. So it's and as well, given that this is now the 4th season, technically coming up for Echo Arena to some extent, it's like the VRML first season. However, it's probably the best time since launch to get into Echo Arena. If you're ever thinking about it, if you're ever thinking about, oh, maybe I want to try this game and I want to try a little bit more competitively, or I think I'm okay at this, or you're playing one in pubs, if there was ever a time to get involved, now is the best. So 100% if you're interested, go check it out, go check out the Discords, and try and get involved.
All right, well, thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.